Okay, so it says find a unit vector that has the same direction as the vector 5, 10. And remember this is the same as 5i plus 10j. These are the same, just different notations. We want it to have the same direction, but we want it to be a unit vector. So basically, it's going in the same direction, but only has norm 1. And this is always the case, and you definitely need to know this. If v is a vector such that, and we say such that so much in math, we abbreviate as s dot t dot, that the norm of v is not 0, then the unit vector, which lies, and we say lays, right, but we pronounce that lies. I'm not producer, is that right? Yeah, because if I wrote this lies, you'd be thinking, man, we don't need no lying math in our life, which lies in the direction of v, but has norm 1. Okay, and the reason why we can't have this being 0 is that this is v divided by the norm. So basically, what is this? There's not a really good notation for this. Remember, so this is a unit vector. It has norm 1, but we have I, which is 1, 0, and j, which is 0, 1. These are also unit vectors with norm 1, but they're specific ones we use. We use these as a basis. They're not the only basis. I'm being somewhat over technical, but so this is the unit vector. This is why the norm can't be 0. But anyway, so now this is the piece of cake, right? What's the norm of this? The norm of this is going to be this squared plus this squared square root. So the norm of v is 5 squared plus 10 squared square root. This is 125 on a good day, square root of 125. This is 5 times the square root of 5. Okay, so here's what we do. I go this way so we don't run out of space. This is then 1 divided by 5 square root of 5 times the vector 5 and 10. This, okay, we're going to have to go this way. I've been critiqued on my board work sometimes, and you know what? It's true. This becomes 5 over 5 square root of 5 and 10 over 5 square root of 5. This becomes 1 square root of 5, 2 square root of 5. You can rationalize the denominator if you want, but it's really not necessary. And wonderfully enough, I noticed in this book that they don't so much. Remember back in the day, they would have had you do this. They would have multiplied the bottom by square root of 5, top by square root of 5, bottom by square root of 5, top by square root of 5. This would have been the square root of 5 over 5 and 2 square root of 5 over 5. And the reason they did this is back in the day when they didn't have calculators, figuring this out numerically, what this would be, would have been done on a slide rule, and dividing something by a radical was really hard. So that's why they always used to insist that you rationalize the denominator like that. So that's it. Okay, so I should probably prove that this is really the same direction and has norm 1. Let's see, what version do we want to use? I'll use the easier version. Oh, shoot, I shouldn't have erased all that. Okay, it doesn't really matter. So remember, here's we're saying that this is the norm 1, which is in the same direction as 5 and 10. Okay, so first let's check, is the norm 1? Is the norm 1? Well, this is going to be 1 square root of 5 squared plus 2 square root of 5 squared square root. That's from this one. This is 1 over 5 plus 4 over 5 square root. This is in fact square root of 1. This is 1. So the norm is in fact 1. What about the angle? How do I know the angle's the same? Well, how do you figure out what angle this is? This is the y component, right? And this is the x. So we know that the tangent of whatever angle is y divided by x. That means this angle is the arctangent of y divided by x, assuming that x is not equal to 0. If x is equal to 0 and y is positive, it's 90 degrees. If x is equal to 0 and y is negative, it's 3 pi over 2 degrees, 270 degrees. So this angle is the arctangent of 10 divided by 5 is arctangent 2. Go there. I might as well just figure out what it is for the heck of it. I have no idea what arctangent 2 is, and I'll put it in degrees. So 2 arc 63.43 degrees and change. So is this, in fact, the same angle? Well, the angle of this is going to be the arctangent of 2 square root of 5 divided by 1 square root of 5. This is the same as the arctangent of 2 square root of 5. Division by a fraction is the same as multiplication by its reciprocal, times square root of 5 times 1. This is in fact the arctangent of 2. So these are the same. Okay, so we had a great day today. I'd like to thank our special guests, Stink Owl, and I forget what we named him. See you guys later.